YouTube, what goes on? And welcome to Disavowed Action Figures, bringing you their top 10 action figures of 2022 countdown list. Tonight, taking a closer look at the top 10 overall Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure and Deluxe action figures of 2022. As always, this is my list. It's my opinion. You might disagree with it. That's fine. Let me know in the comments what your top 10 was. Also, there's always some questions around this sort of list regarding the deluxe figures. Yeah, Build-A-Figures are Build-A-Figures, right? We know what they are because they're labeled. However, deluxe figures, especially this year in 2022, definitely fluctuated. Do you base it on cost? Do you base it on just what they call a deluxe figure? Do you base it on whether it's an exclusive that's in a pack? I don't know. I just applied what I thought was best. So I put figures in my list that I felt were deluxe figures in 2022. Let's see what the top 10 are. So kicking things off at number 10 for our top 10 Marvel Legends Deluxe / Build-A-Figures of 2022 is, of course, another controversial figure. A lot of people did not feel this should be considered deluxe, being that we just got the Defender Doctor Strange from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness with this portal effect. I would argue I love the portal effect more than the figure. So should this be considered a deluxe figure? Probably not, but much like several other figures on this list, this clearanced very quickly in most areas, including mine. So I was able to pick this up for about $13 at Target as a Target exclusive. The Doctor Strange figure is actually not that bad. It is very representative of the character from the film, although he was not in it very long, at least not in this state. But I can't say enough about this portal effect. I do have an entire multiversal shelf now with all my Sony Spider-Man / Fox X-Men and all the figures from the Doctor Strange movie with these portals on one shelf. So the portal itself was great. $31 and change for this set was way overpriced. But if you waited and played the long game, you were probably able to get a little bit cheaper. So number 10 overall for our Marvel Legends Deluxe / Build-A-Figure waves is going to be the Doctor Strange Defender Strange portal effect. I guess it's called a 2-pack from Target. Coming in at number 9, another figure from the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie and the MCU is going to be the Rintrah Build-A-Figure. I was really excited when I first saw this because, again, it's a freaking Minotaur, very cool looking. Thought it would be really awesome. Then I saw the film, and all joy was sucked out of me regarding excitement for this character. Is it still a cool figure? Yeah, it's still pretty cool. Again, it is a freaking Minotaur. I mean, check it out. And his hooves and, you know, everything else. He's cool looking. And in spoiler alert, I guess we could see him in future installments. However, overall, as a Build-A-Figure, this was very low on my list. Could not put this much higher than number 9. So coming in at number 9 is our first Build-A-Figure on the Deluxe Build-A-Figure Top 10 of 2022 list, the Rintrah Doctor Strange Build-A-Figure. And coming in at number 8 overall is our Spider-Man retro-carded Deluxe Rhino figure. Again, this is a simpler reuse of the Rhino Build-A-Figure from years ago. We did get an alternate head, some updated paint. I never had the original Rhino Build-A-Figure. I wouldn't pay the money to get that on the aftermarket as I was not really collecting that seriously back then. So to me, this was an easy buy. It's a really great figure overall if you don't have that other Build-A-Figure. Adding in the additional head was a nice touch with the actual skin tone for the face. I do like the head sculpt and the facial expression on this figure. Again, if you are a Spider-Man Marvel Legends collector, this is probably a must if you didn't have the Build-A-Figure. And even if you did, keeping it on card and putting it on your wall, if you were amassing all those great Spider-Man retro cards, I could see why you'd want to pick it up. So coming in at number 8 is the Spider-Man retro carded Rhino Deluxe figure. And coming in at number 7 overall for our Deluxe / Build-A-Figure Marvel Legends of 2022 is going to be the Thor Ragnarok figure, or as he was affectionately referred to in the comic book of Civil War, Clor. This is a really cool figure. Again, this is pretty much just a reissue with a new head and some new paint and this awesome spinning Mjolnir of the Thor 80th Anniversary Marvel Legends, which I do have and is an awesome figure. This was great. You do get the alternate heads, the alternate hand, as he is basically a robot underneath. I do love this spinning hammer. And again, this is one of those figures where if you did keep your eye out at your Target, as this was a Target exclusive, you may have been able to get this at a very discounted price. Again, shout out to my good friend Six Packs and Knickknacks. I never found this on Target clearance, but he got it for me for about $7 or $8 at a Target, so well worth the $7 or $8 for this figure on the shelf. If you're a Civil War Marvel Comics fan, a Thor fan, or just really wanted that spinning Mjolnir, this was a great offering. So number 7 is the Thor Ragnarok Target exclusive Deluxe Marvel Legends. And coming at number 6 on our top 10 list of 2022 is the Walmart exclusive Marvel Legends Ulik figure. Again, if you're sensing a pattern, and you should be, this is yet again more or less a reissue of an SDCC. I believe it was a 5-pack exclusive of Thor figures. Again, never had it. I did have the Unworthy Thor. He's still on card. Love that figure a lot. But never had the Ulik. So I was very lucky to get this super early. Not even at Walmart. At Nerdzoic Toys. They actually got a case of these in, or a bunch of cases, I guess, of these in, well ahead of the Walmart pre-order shipping. And now here we are months and months later. He's actually showing up at Walmart's in person. Great figure overall. Again, if you didn't have the SDCC exclusive, I really do like the aesthetics on this figure. I like the shiny kind of chainmail. The weapon is cool. The dusters on the fist are pretty awesome as weapons. He is a very menacing looking figure on the shelf. So overall, well-deserved. Number 6 is the Marvel Legends Deluxe Walmart exclusive, then everywhere exclusive, Ulik. And coming at number 5 for our top 10 Marvel Legends Deluxe / Build-A-Figures is probably another controversial pick, and that is the Spider-Man Iron Spider Deluxe. Again, I know a lot of people in the community were very unhappy with this being considered a deluxe figure. We did get these 3 cool-looking Waldos, but again, bing bong. Unfortunately, the articulation was not what all of us collectors wanted, but even though that may not justify this being a deluxe figure, I have to say the figure itself is pretty freaking awesome. This was a newer buck, I believe. The color scheme really pops. It looks great with that red and gold Iron Man look from Civil War. I'm a huge Civil War Marvel Comics fan. The movie was okay, but the comic was freaking amazing. It pulled me back in the comics after I lapsed as a collector. The figure is great. You can get him in some pretty great poses. It is not the standard Pizza Spider buck or anything else. This is a pretty unique buck overall. It is pinless, which is pretty awesome as well. And the first time I got him in this pose on this flight stand, I was hooked. I was pretty happy with him. So even though he was slightly overpriced at $31, I think I got mine a couple bucks off. Might have been around $25 on the Target app on a sale. But again, overall, I enjoyed this figure a lot. I almost bought 3 because there were multiple of this character in some other Marvel comics. But the Peter Parker version is right here on display. So coming in at number 5 is the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Iron Spider Deluxe figure. And our number 4 overall selection for Marvel Legends Deluxe / Build-A-Figures is the Knull from the King in Black Knull and Venom 2-pack. Again, I really wasn't a huge fan of that Venom. It was okay. I never had the Sony Venom, so it was kind of cool getting him in hand with a slightly different paint job. But this is the reason I wanted that 2-pack. As all of you collectors do know, prices were a major concern in 2022. This pack was very expensive. I think it was around $77. It was available at most online retailers and Target, although I never saw it there. I picked mine up, surprise, surprise, on an Amazon sale. I got this thing down, I think it was under $60, so right around 29 or 30 bucks for each figure. This thing looks cool. I did read most of the King in Black comic book storyline. This guy just looks awesome. Again, the red emblem on the chest. I believe it's called the Necro Sword. He is basically the king of the symbiotes. If you're a Venom fan, you probably want this in your collection. He just looks cool. To me, it's like an old guard looking kind of like a Black Knight sort of thing. He just looks awesome on the shelf. He came with an alternate head sculpt. Just overall, this was a really great offering, and although the price was very high for retail for that 2-pack, I feel like if you're a Venom fan, you're probably pretty happy you got it. So coming in at number 4 is the Marvel Legends Deluxe Knull King in Black from that 2-pack. Landing at the number 3 overall for our Marvel Legends Deluxe / Build-A-Figures of 2022 is the Eddie Brock Venom from the Amazon exclusive 3-pack that came with Agony and Riot. And yes, I know some people may say this does not belong on a deluxe list. Here's my thinking. So this is, I believe, the Omega Red Buck. However, this is the buck that was used, I believe, for a Hasbro exclusive cell-shaded Eddie Brock Venom on a retro card, which, again, was very hard to get, very expensive right now. So considering that and the fact that this was an Amazon exclusive, I put him on my deluxe figure list. Could he have been on the single carded list? Most likely he probably could have, but this is where I put him and it's my list, so I'll roll with it. This guy is frigging awesome. If you watch my channel, you know I got shafted pretty hard. The first 3-pack that came in from Amazon had a bunch of garbage in the box. I did a whole video on it. Check it out if you want. But finally, Amazon was good on it. Right away sent me another pack. This thing is so freaking cool. This is the perfect buck for a Venom figure. This head sculpt is just friggin' filthy. The half Eddie Brock, half Venom with the tongue coming out. They give us another Venom head with the tongue out as well. Having the butterfly joints on this thing, it just makes this figure. It is so freaking awesome. This is the Venom you want in your collection. I'm not telling you how to spend your money, but for my money, this was very worth it. And again, trying to be a smart shopper, I did get it. I believe, actually I'm a liar, it wasn't on sale. This is one of the few that was not on sale. So coming in at number 3 is this awesome Eddie Brock Venom figure. And coming in at number 2 on our list is the Marvel Legends Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure from the X-Men wave. This thing was friggin' awesome. When they first announced this, I got so pumped. If you are a team builder like me, you wanted another Reaver for your X-Men shelf. Here we get the guy in the tank, very similar to the Toy Biz figure from back in the day. These skulls did not come with it. Those are, I believe, from the Krampus Mythic Legions Figuria Obscura Wave figure. Also, I think that blast effect is from something else as well. The figure itself is freaking cool. I know a lot of people prefer to put more paint on this thing, so they customize it themselves. I'm not a customization guy. I like the way it looks as it is. The tanks in the back are pretty cool. We have the vent down below. Again, the kind of motor part popping up here. The cannons, the gun articulates. The head sculpt on this guy is so freaking cool. The fact that the sunglasses can flip up. I had a super fun time building this guy on a video here on the channel. So overall, this thing was freaking amazing. I really thought this would be my number 1 Build-A-Figure of the year. However, it just slightly got nudged out by our number 1 offering. But overall, this guy is great. I guess they could have put some sort of wheels on the bottom. That's the other criticism a lot of people had. But again, I'm not going to be like wheeling this guy around anytime soon. He's going to sit on my shelf with my other Reavers on my X-Men shelf. So really digging this guy as a Build-A-Figure. So coming in at the number 2 spot on our Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure / Deluxe Top 10 of 2022 is the X-Men Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure. All right, we reached number 1. Let's see what it is. And coming in at number 1 for our 2022 Top 10 Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure / Deluxe list is the friggin' Mojo figure. This thing is freaking awesome. The circuitry in the back, all the freaking legs that articulate. We have the articulation on the claws in the front, the kind of pudgy little belly. We had alternate hands. We have this part up here for the gun that will rotate. This thing is awesome. I had so much fun building this. It was essentially a Build-A-Figure unto itself, very similar to MODOK from last year. This is not the figure from the Hasbro Pulse exclusive 4-pack. This is the one from Target. As usual, me trying to be thrifty, I was able to get this when Target had it on an incorrect cheap price. This was incorrectly priced when it first hit shelves. Also, it was a complete stealth release. Nobody saw this thing coming. It was one of the rare times that the collector community was just kind of thrown off and surprised and shocked to see something pop up, because we all had our pre-orders set to get that Hasbro Pulse exclusive Mojo, which had the extra paint deco and, of course, all the really cool packaging and the other figures, the Longshot and the Dazzler and that little Wolverine kind of statue thing. Then this thing popped up at Target. So this is perfect for me. I did not need that entire 4-pack from Hasbro Pulse. I saved myself some money getting this below retail price. And if you were actually really lucky as a toy hunter, you found this on clearance in late December and early January. I saw it for as low as 25 bucks, but this thing was awesome. Big upgrade from that former Build-A-Figure that we had. It's just larger. It looks cool. Overall, this thing is just awesome. So happy to have this in my collection. I feel this is a very clear number 1 for our Marvel Legends and Deluxe. Let me know in the comments, was it worth paying the extra money to get the Mojo in that 4-pack from Hasbro Pulse with the extra paint, apps, and everything else on it? To me,
Again, I kind of had a funny feeling that we'd get that long shot eventually as a retro carded figure, and then all of a sudden they announced it that fast. So, and I already had a Dazzler. So overall, happy with my decision to pick this up at Target at that inexpensive price. And happy to save some money and still have Mojo represented on my shelf. So the number one Build-A-Figure / Deluxe Marvel Legend of 2022, in my opinion, is the Mojo Deluxe figure.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Greatly appreciate it. It was such an exciting year for Marvel Legends in 2022. As I said, the cost, deluxe figures, Build-A-Figures, definitely a lot different this year than in the past. As you saw, I didn't buy every single Build-A-Figure or deluxe this year. I tried to be much more selective and smart with my money, but I'm very happy with what I did buy. So let me know down in the comments, are there any Build-A-Figures I should have picked up? By the way, I almost finished Controller on clearance. I don't know if that made top 10 or not, but I am working on still picking some of those up on that 2022 clearance here at the end of the year. But everybody, thanks again for watching. It's greatly appreciated. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you, doesn't cost you anything, helps us grow the channel tremendously. Go ahead and hit that bell for notifications. That YouTube actually will tell you and notify you when we post new content on the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button. And for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out over at Instagram and Twitter at Disavowed_12. Hey everybody, if you're going toy hunting this week, please try to remember the 3 Ps of the toy hunt. Patience, persistence, but most of all, politeness. Take care, stay healthy. I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.